Darth Theorist, rise. What if the Force revived Revan and sent him to Episode 1? Let's explore the depths of it in the video. The galaxy stirs uneasily. Corruption spreads through the Senate. The Trade Federation tightens its grip. In secret, Darth Sidious moves with patience and precision, laying the foundations for his rise. In the shadow beneath Coruscant, where light barely touches and the hum of machinery drowns out thought, a man awakens. He gasps for air, as if surfacing from a 1,000-year sleep. His body is strong, but his mind trembles with fractured memories. His hands shake. He clutches at the ground, rough durasteel slick with condensation, and whispers as if trying to hold on to something before it slips away.
Who am I?
Visions stab through his mind, fleets of warships stretching across the stars, the masked face of a warrior, a woman's voice he cannot place, a droid's metallic tone calling him master, fire, betrayal, triumph, and loss. Then, nothing but silence. Revan staggers to his feet. His eyes adjust to the darkness, scanning the rusted pipes and neon signs of the Undercity. Civilians glance his way, some drawn to him as though sensing something, others pull back in fear. Even without words, his presence radiates power. The Force flows through him in a storm, half light, half dark. He mutters again.
I know battles. I know choices. But who chose this for me?
Something calls to him. Not a voice, not a vision, just gravity in the Force. His instincts sharpen. He follows it, moving through the winding streets. Force hissing Revan in mind, again and again.
Revan? What?
High above in the Jedi Temple, silence reigns. The council chamber glows in soft light as masters meditate. The balance of the Force steadies them, until a sudden ripple strikes. Yoda's ear twitches. His eyes open slowly.
Strange. A stirring I have felt. Strong. Very strong.
The dark side?
I feel it as well. It is not clear. It feels conflicted. Both shadow and flame, yet also calm.
Whoever it is, they are not concealing their presence. It feels almost deliberate, as if they want to be found.
Closer it comes. To us.
The gates of the Jedi Temple are guarded by silent sentinels. Temple guards, masked and robed, and stand ready. Their yellow blades remain hidden, but their staves hum faintly. Out of the bustling crowd of pilgrims, droids, and petitioners, one figure moves with a strange certainty. He is tall, broad-shouldered, his clothes simple but worn. His eyes carry weight, though his face is unfamiliar. It is Revan. The guards shift as he approaches.
State your business. The temple is not open to wanderers. I do not know why I am here. The Force brings me. I feel it. You will not enter without purpose. Who are you? I am no one. Not anymore.
Force is hissing his name again and again. Tension sharpens. The guards instinctively reach for their weapons, but before they can ignite them, the air thickens. A subtle wave of Force energy pushes outward, not violent, but commanding. Civilians nearby stumble back. The guards hold their ground, startled.
Control yourself! I did not mean to. The Force, it answers me without asking.
The moment grows louder as whispers spread. More pilgrims gather, sensing conflict. The disturbance reaches the inner temple. The great doors part. Jedi Masters step out, their robes flowing in the Coruscant breeze. Yoda walks with his cane. Mace Windu and Ki-Adi-Mundi flank him, joined by Plo Koon. The crowd silences instantly at the sight of them.
What is happening here? Masters, this man approached claiming the Force led him here. He does not give his name. I do not claim what I do not know. I awoke. Lost. I remember war. Forces. Faces I cannot name. But the Force drags me here, to you. Perhaps it seeks judgment.
Awoke, you say? From where?
Darkness. Silence. I do not know. Only that I should not exist. Yet here I stand.
He speaks like a madman. Or worse, like someone trained in the Force, but hiding his intent.
His aura is unlike anything I've felt. Both light and shadow cling to him. He may not even understand it himself.
Who are you? Who am I?
The Jedi brought their stranger before the Council. His power was undeniable, but his memories fractured, speaking of wars and loyalties long past. Mace ordered Jocasta Nu to search the archives for Revan, while the Masters debated if he was a gift from the Force or a hidden danger. Under watch, he would remain. Across the city, hidden within his office, Darth Sidious meditates. His yellow eyes flicker open as he senses the ripple. Something alien has entered the game. Something ancient, strong, and unpredictable. He whispers to himself, low and cold.
So, the Force dares play its own piece against me. More, there is a presence. Find it. If it belongs to the Jedi, destroy it. If it belongs to us, perhaps it may yet serve.
The next day, the council chamber glows faintly with an afternoon sun spilling through the high windows. The curved seats of the Masters hold stillness, but the stillness is heavy, not calm. At the center stands Revan, hands loose at his sides, his dark robes plain but carrying a quaint authority. The Masters do not look upon him as a man. They look upon him as a puzzle, or perhaps a threat. Jocasta Nu enters with a portable holoprojector, bowing stiffly. Her face shows reluctance. She does not like speaking of forgotten things. She activates the projector, and wavering fragments of records shimmer into being. A broken figure appears, armored, masked. The audio is patchy, distorted words across a millennia. The voice carries conviction, even in static. The Republic must be saved, by any means necessary.
This is what I found in the deepest reaches of the archives. Records most had dismissed as myth. A Jedi who became a conqueror, one who vanished. His name appears again and again in fragments. Revan.
Impossible. The Sith were destroyed a millennia ago. The Council itself decreed the line extinct. What you bring us is dust. Folklore stretched across centuries.
Revan does not look at Kiadi. His eyes are locked on the hollow, on the mask. The distorted cadence plays again, and he whispers before he can stop himself.
That voice. I know it. What do you mean you know it? It is mine. Those words, that conviction, they come from me. I see flashes, battles, fires, a galaxy breaking under my will. I cannot recall all, but I know enough. That was me. Do you realize what you are claiming? You say you are a figure the galaxy barely remembers. A warlord who turned against the Jedi, who embraced their enemy. The Sith are gone, extinct, and yet you stand here telling us you were one of them. Extinct? No. I was walked as a Jedi. I fell as a Sith. But neither title held me forever. You speak of extinction as though it binds reality. I am proof that it does not.
Master Windu, whatever he claims, one fact is certain. His presence. I feel it as you do. It is no ordinary disturbance. Light and darkness churn within him, clashing, intertwining. It is unlike anything I have sensed.
That only makes him more dangerous. If he truly is this Revan, then he was Sith. That cannot be overlooked.
Dangerous, yes. Certain it is. But chosen by the Force, perhaps. Returned not by chance. The Force, its will shows us in strange ways.
Chosen? You think I chose to awaken in this age? I did not. The Force dragged me back, and when I opened my eyes, it pulled me here. To you. That may be, but if you are what you claim, then history tells us what you are. A traitor to the Jedi, a servant to the dark side. You expect us to welcome you? The Jedi called me Sith. The Sith called me Jedi. Perhaps I was both. Perhaps I was neither. Tell me, Master Windu, what name would you give me now?
Perhaps the question is not what we call him, but why he is here. The timing is troubling. With this conflict on Naboo, and whispers of shadows moving in the dark.
Shadows or no, we cannot let old ghosts walk free. We must consider the safety of the Republic. Safety? You think I threaten it? Perhaps I do. Perhaps I am the very storm you fear. But do not mistake this. If the Sith are truly gone as you claim, then what stirred me? What hand in the Force plucked me back from death?
That question, Masters, is the one you should fear to leave unanswered.
True, his words ring. Clouded the Force has become. Signs of darkness. Return, perhaps.
Then we watch him closely. I do not like it, but the Council must act with care until we know what he is. He does not walk unbound. Surveillance, chains, suspicion, all of it familiar. Do what you must. I will do the same. The Council adjourns, their decision uneasy. Revan is not imprisoned, but nor is he free. He is tethered, watched, a storm circling the temple's heart. The grand convocation chamber of the Galactic Senate buzzes with noise and ceremony. Everyone's debating over the disputes in the Midrim, the unchecked rise of the trade guilds, and the Senate's failure to curb corruption. Chancellor Valorum sits at the center, straining to keep order as delegates hurl accusations of profiteering and neglect across the chamber. The Jedi Council has permitted him there under the tightest supervision. 2 knights flanked him, hands resting in their hilts. But it was not their presence that silenced the chamber. It was his. Revan, draped in dark, foreign robes, stood in the observation gallery above. His presence was strange, not sanctioned, yet undeniable.
You quarrel over procedure while shadows gather. The Sith have already returned.
The Sith, extinct for 1,000 years. Speak no more of children's tales.
A nervous laugh spread among a few senators, thin, unconvincing.
Extinction is an illusion. I have seen empires burn because their enemies were thought defeated. The Sith do not vanish. They wait. They watch. And when all grow complacent, they strike.
A murmur spread across the Senate pods. The words carried weight none could explain. He spoke as if from experience, as if he walked through the very fires he described.
This is outrageous. He is no senator, no voice of this republic. He is not of this age. Why should the chamber heed his delusions? Enough. The chamber will hear him. The Jedi Council has sanctioned his presence, and if they see fit to grant him an audience, so shall this body. Whether we dismiss his claims or not is for reasoned judgment, not ridicule.
But the whispers grew. A man pulled from the dust of history, a living echo of the Republic's forgotten wars standing before them, warning of the Sith. To some it smelled of heresy, to others, truth. It was then that Senator Palpatine of Naboo leaned forward in his pod, his expression schooled in practiced serenity. He was sensing the unusual presence. Deep down he knows who this person is.
Stranger, you speak with great conviction. Tell me, what proof do you offer of these claims? The Sith have been absent from our galaxy for a millennia. The Jedi themselves have assured us of this. Should we now abandon their wisdom for the word of one who admits he is out of time?
You know well that the absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. The Sith thrive in shadows. They breathe secrecy. They cloak themselves in the very halls you think you are safe, perhaps even among the Senate itself.
Such accusations are dangerous. To claim the Sith are among us is to undermine trust in this very body. Surely you would not spread fear where unity is needed most.
Fear is already here. You feel it. You all feel it. It is the silence between your debates, the doubt behind your votes. I merely name what already coils around this republic.
The Senate rotunda empties into echoing marble corridors. In a side hall, dimly lit towering statues of past chancellors, Senator Palpatine steps from the shadows, his presence calm, deliberate.
You have unsettled the chamber, wise man. Few can silence so many with so little. That is no small gift.
The gift is not mine. It is truth. And truth, when spoken, does not require volume, only clarity.
Truth. A dangerous word in these halls. It can divide as easily as it can unite. You speak of shadows, of enemies unseen, yet I wonder, is it the galaxy you fear, or what you carry within?
Fear is a chain. I broke mine long ago. What I carry is not fear, but memory. And memory warns that complacency births ruin. Empires fall not by strength of their foes, but by blindness to them.
And yet, empires also fall by fire from within, by men who believe themselves saviors, but only bring war.
A savior
and a tyrant are often divided by the eye that beholds them. What matters is balance, and the will to seize it when others hesitate. The council whispers of you, wise man. They see in you an echo, a name spoken only in their oldest records. Darth Revan. They say you walked as a Jedi and as a Sith, and bent empires to your will. Tell me, are they right? Names are chains, meant to bind men to what they were. I am not a Jedi. I am not a Sith. I am the will that chooses, and choice cannot be caged by your Senate, your council, or your lies. Revan spends the rest of the day in the temple gardens and meditation halls, silent and watchful. That night, during deep meditation, the Force seizes him. Twin sons, a boy in the sand, and a Sith shadow circling him. He rushes to the council, insisting that he must go to Tatooine. They refuse at first, until he speaks of the boy. The chamber stills. They recall Qui-Gon's words. Mace questions his intent. But Yoda leaned forward, seeing the patterns. At last, they agree. He will depart at dawn. On Tatooine, the suns scorch without mercy. The Bunta Eve pod race thunders across the desert, engines roaring like titans. Among the chaos, Revan stands apart on the fringe of the crowd, hood drawn against the suns. He does not approach. He watches. The boy in the pod racer burns bright, a raw spark in the Force unlike anything he's felt since his own time. Qui-Gon Jinn, watching nearby, feels the same, but with tempered awe. And then the voice comes, not spoken aloud, but carried into his mind like a whisper woven through the Force itself.
This boy is the eye of the storm. Train him, and he will save us, or destroy us all.
Qui-Gon stiffens, his gaze scanning the crowd, but he finds no speaker. Obi-Wan notices his master's unease.
What is it? A warning? Or a truth? I cannot yet tell.
But Revan is already gone. Following the deeper pull, the dark presence lurking beyond Mos Espa, the Force guides him into the Juglin wastes. The sands tremble beneath his boots. There, hidden beneath stone and dune, waits the artifact. Ancient, thrumming, familiar in its darkness. He dug with his hands, and soon a broken arch revealed itself. The runes were Rakatan, unmistakable, jagged obsidian stone, geometric carvings glowing faintly, still alive with power after millennia. Inside, the chamber was small, half collapsed. In its heart lay a crystallized core of metal and circuitry, pulsing faintly with dark energy. Beside it, buried under rubble, lay the twisted shape of a humanoid droid. Rust clung to its frame, yet its design was brutal, purposeful, a hunter forged for war. When Revan touched the relic, the whispers struck him like knives. Voices layered upon one another, calling him by names he'd almost forgotten. Lord Revan, Conqueror, Master of the Forge. Visions flared, fleets stretching across stars. Mandalorians burning, Jedi kneeling in chains. The Star Forge rising again from its endless black. Then, from the rubble, a crackle of static. A voice sputtered to life, distorted but unmistakably sardonic.
Diagnostic. Power core damaged. Subroutines intact. Query. Is that you, Master? My oculars registered decrepit sand and... Oh, you.
Revan froze, memory lancing through the haze. HK-47, his creation, his assassin, his echo of a darker life. He pressed his palm against the droid's chest, channeling energy, coaxing circuits back to life. The photoreceptors flickered red. HK sat up slowly, sand falling from its frame.
Observation. Master appears different. Less robes of authority. More dirt. Did you fall to scavenging after conquering the galaxy?
I don't remember everything, but I remember you.
Clarification. I exist to aid you, Master, in efficiently eliminating troublesome meatbags. Recommendation. Begin with the Republic Senate. Always too many meatbags.
The relic pulsed again, as if agreeing. Shadows twisted against the walls, whispering the same promise. Power. Dominion. The return of what was his. Revan staggered back, clutching his temples. The desert swam with visions. His armies, his throne, HK by his side, the galaxy bowing.
No, I will not be your pawn again. Not Sith, not Jedi, not slave.
The relic dimmed, but did not release him. Its mark lingered, like a stain burned into his soul.
Observation. You deny who you are, but I will follow. That is my function. Clarification. And when it comes time, I will remind you, the galaxy bends best when broken.
The relic lies half buried in the stone, pulsing with a sickly glow. When Revan lifts it, the desert wind dies. Darkness floods into him. Not foreign, but remembered. Wars, betrayals, the throne of the Sith, the screams of Jedi he once called brothers. His breath shakes as the past crashes down. The artifact gets absorbed into him and vanishes. All the dark energy is inside him now.
So, I am whole again.
Observation. The Master remembers. Prognosis. This planet will soon be littered with gratifying meatbags.
The conflict gnaws at him. Jedi calm battles, Sith hunger in his chest. He turns from the wastes and follows the pull of the boy. By the time he reaches Mos Espa's outskirts, he sees them. Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and the freed slave child. They rush toward their ship, but a predator steps from the shadows. Darth Maul, saber ignited, blocking the path.
Qui-Gon Jinn, I'm afraid I don't know you, yet you feel familiar. I know the masters you follow. Go now. I won't be long. Are you an adversary or an ally? Neither Jedi nor Sith. I am truth. Take the boy and leave. His destiny lies beyond this dust.
Qui-Gon hesitates, torn by instinct. Then trust flickers in his eyes. He nods once, pulling Obi-Wan and Anakin toward the ship. The ramp rises. Engines flare, and the freighter lifts skyward. Only Revan and Maul remain. The Zabrak prowls in a circle, teeth bared, twin-bladed saber humming with menace.
My master foresaw you. He commands your death.
Revan does not ignite his saber. He raises an empty hand, the desert wind swirling around him.
Your master's foresight is blindness. He sent a blade when he needed a mind.
Maul roars and lunges, crimson arcs splitting the air. Revan meets the assault barehanded. The Force wraps his limbs, turning his palms and gestures into shields of living will. Blades crash and spark against invisible walls. Each strike that should have cleaved him instead dies against his control, redirected, harmless. The artifact has revived his old but dark abilities. Maul is no match to his energy. HK-47 watches from a dune, rifle idle, voice bright with delight.
Observation. Exquisite, Master. You dismantled the meatbag without even dirtying your weapon.
Maul spins, snarling, his strikes feral and unrelenting, but Revan moves like a sculptor shaping stone. A flick of his wrist sends one saber half hissing into the sand. Another wave of his palm tears Maul's balance from under him, forcing the Sith to his knees. At last, Revan ignites his own saber, the violet blade blasting to life, its glowing stark against the twin suns. He steps forward, measured, inevitable.
Your rage is a tool, but I wield the hand that made the tools.
With a single precise stroke, he slashes Maul's thigh. Flesh burns. Maul cries out, staggering back, one leg barely holding. Revan halts. His blade hovers inches from Maul's throat. His voice is calm, but heavy with something darker, older.
You are not my kill. You are proof. Proof that the Sith are children playing with weapons they never forged. You fight like one who remembers. Because you are already one of us. One of our kind.
The words cut deeper than the wound. For an instant, Revan's composure weakens. The artifact inside him thrums louder, as though answering the taunt. Memories of war, of empire, of command echo in his mind. Maul senses it, and with a final surge, he vaults away into the dunes. His laughter is jagged, carried by the desert wind until it fades. Revan lowers the saber, staring at its crimson glow, then extinguishes it. His silence is heavier than heat, his gaze fixed on the sky where Qui-Gon's ship dwindles into the horizon. HK-47 ambles closer, head tilting in mechanical disappointment.
Displeasure. You allowed him to escape, Master. Such artistry wasted. A perfectly good dismemberment. Squandered.
No. This duel was never the end. The real enemy waits on Coruscant. For an ally.
Cloak whipping in the hot wind, he turns toward the horizon. The darkness inside him is growing. The sky lanes of Coruscant stretch endless, live with repulsor traffic and golden light reflecting off durasteel towers. A single ship cuts through the streams of commerce, its course set for the Jedi Temple. Inside, Revan sits cloaked, the relic hidden, but its echo still coursing through him. HK-47 stands motionless at his side, optics pulsing red. The droid is calm in hyper-silence as he is in carnage. Across Coruscant, the Jedi Council stir uneasily, each master feeling a disturbance ripple through the Force. In the Senate, newly risen Chancellor Palpatine pauses mid-breath, his smile faltering as a wave of power brushes against him. Dark, ancient, familiar. The Jedi sense only danger, but Palpatine feels more. A mirror, a resonance in the shadows. The Senate convulses. Queen Amidala returns in defiance, calling for a vote of no confidence. Valorum is removed. In his place, Senator Palpatine rises, humble in tone yet radiant with ambition. Applause shake the rotunda. In private, within the Chancellor's new office, Palpatine gazes out over Coruscant's endless cityscape. Behind him, the door slides open. Revan steps inside.
Ah, wise man. Or should I say Revan? Yes, I know that name. The Jedi whisper, but the archives keep better records than they imagine.
Then you know what I was, not what I am.
I know you walk with shadows. I know your power bends the Force as few ever could. And I feel it. A resonance, as though you are carved from the same stone as I.
Similarity is not unity. A shadow cast from the same sun may fall in opposite directions.
The Jedi call you dangerous. They fear you will not bow to their counsel. I call you necessary. The galaxy does not need timid priests. It needs men who bend destiny.
I have bent destiny before. It broke beneath my hands. Be careful what you wish for, Chancellor.
The tension hums between them. Two storms circling, each recognizing the other. Neither yields ground. The council sits divided, the chamber thick with unease. Yoda senses balance. Mace sees only a Sith, and others hover between awe and dread. Every voice pulls in a different direction, no agreement found. In their hesitation, Revan's shadow only grows, and beyond their chamber, Revan's presence grows heavier, a legend reborn. A storm neither wholly light nor wholly dark, carving a rift through Jedi unity, while the new Chancellor sharpens his knives in silence. Days pass. The Senate churns with turmoil. Naboo crisis, Queen Amidala's bold return, and the collapse of Chancellor Valorum, while all eyes shift to political theater, while Jedi and senators scramble in the tides of statecraft. Revan walks unnoticed. He is a ghost that history has spat back into the present, and the Republic is too distracted to contain him. The HK-47 follows in his shadow, servos clicking with every step. Citizens look twice at the strange droid, whispering about the cloaked man who walks with it. But Revan pays them no mind. His purpose sharpens. The Force whispers one truth louder each passing day. The darkness he felt on Tatooine lives here, in the very heart of power. Revan does not wait for the fate to reveal him. He sees the Chancellor directly. In the Chancellor's private office, tall windows cast Coruscant's endless skyline in gold. Palpatine stands with his back turned, gazing at the city.
You move quietly for one who unsettles even the High Council. I had thought they would keep you on a tighter leash.
They are distracted. Politics has stolen their focus, as it always does. That is why I'm here, to remind you and them that shadows do not wait.
Shadows? Wise man, the Jedi often mistake their own fear for shadows. Tell me, what is it that you believe you've found in me?
I do not believe. I know. The same darkness I carried once. I feel it in you. You hide it well, but the Force reveals what you cannot. You are a Sith.
A bold accusation, and yet it is only that. An accusation. You of all beings should know how dangerous it is to wear such labels too easily. The Council already doubts you. Will you add paranoia to their list of charges?
I am not here for the Council. I'm here for you. I offer you what your master never could. Power without chains. Become my apprentice. Stand with me, and together we will master both sides of the Force. The galaxy will kneel not before shadow or light, but truth.
You would have me kneel. A relic of forgotten wars commands me to bend. No, wise man, it is you who does not see. I am no one's servant.
Then you're already dead.
The words drop like stone. Palpatine's laughter bursts again, but this time it is accompanied by the snap hiss of a crimson blade. Revan does not reach for a weapon. He has none. He only raises a hand, still, fingers open, as though commanding the very air. Palpatine snarls, his rage bursting into form with the snap hiss of crimson blade. He lunges, cutting the room in half with arcs of red fire, but Revan does not move like a duelist. He does not meet blade with blade. His body stays centered, calm. His will extends through the Force itself. Palpatine's strikes stop mid-swing, arrested by invisible currents. The Sith Lord hurls his fury again, and again, Revan directs it, pushing, pulling, twisting space around him until the room itself feels like it bends to his command.
You think parlor tricks will unmake me? I am the shadow of this republic.
No, you are only the echo, and echoes fade.
Palpatine lashes out with a scream, red blade carving deep into the Chancellor's desk, splinters and sparks flying. He drives harder, his power violent, reckless. Revan answers with silence, one hand raised, the other clasped behind his back. Each motion is precise, efficient, his power a tide that echoes and flows with perfect balance. Outside, HK-47 tilts his head, servos clicking at the sounds of impact and fury.
Speculation, organics and their screaming. It always precedes dismemberment.
Without waiting further, the assassin droid storms through the doors. His rifle snaps up, bolts firing in a deadly stream. Palpatine twists with serpentine speed, blade flashing, deflecting each shot into the walls. The windows crack, shatter, shards raining out over Coruscant below.
Annoyance. Remarkably agile meatbag. Query. Master. Permission to increase firepower.
Revan does not answer, his focus absolute. He thrusts out a hand and Palpatine stumbles back, skidding across the floor, robes torn by invisible grip. For a moment, Revan seizes the chance, an attempt to wrench the crimson blade free from Palpatine's grasp. The saber rattles, jerks, but Palpatine's hands clench like iron. He howls, pressing against Revan's pull, veins bulging at his temples. The clash is titanic, force against force, will against will. The chamber trembles, statues crack, the very air howls. And then the shattering of glass and the roar of the dark side echoes through the temple. Masters feel it. They are already moving. The doors burst open. Yoda, Mace Windu, Ki-Adi-Mundi stride in, their sabers igniting at once. The scene freezes for a heartbeat. Revan's hand outstretched, Palpatine's crimson blade straining against invisible hold, HK's rifle still smoking.
Masters, your Chancellor is no servant of the Republic. He is a Sith Lord. He offered me an alliance. I refused, and now he seeks to erase the witness.
Lies! Twisted lies from a relic of war. Look at him. Look at his machine. Does this creature not reek of the Sith more than I?
Chancellor, is it true? Are you what he claims?
I am your elected guardian, a servant of the Senate. I do not even carry a weapon. Would a Sith lower himself so?
And yet, Chancellor, in his hand I see a red saber. Explain this. The room goes silent. Palpatine's saber thrums in the air, caught in Revan's hold. All eyes fall upon it. The mask slips.
You set me good, wise man. Indeed. Very well. You leave me no choice.
The chamber vibrates as he wrenches his weapon free with a scream, scarlet energy slashing wide.
Truth revealed it is. No mask remains.
He cannot deny it. You see now, his shadow stretches across the Republic.
You think 3 blades and a phantom can undo me? I am the darkness that feeds this galaxy. You're already too late.
And then the fight consumes them all. Palpatine hurls himself into the fray, lightning fast, scarlet arcs slashing at Jedi Masters. Revan moves in tandem, calm against fury, while HK-47 circles, rifle tracking, his photoreceptors glowing.
Clarification. This meatbag is confirmed hostile. Statement. I will enjoy this.
The duel is no longer just his and Revan's. Now it is war in a single room. Palpatine's crimson blade whirls in savage arcs, striking with a speed born of hatred. His voice is no longer smooth nor composed. It is the guttural snarl of Darth Sidious unmasked. Every swing crashes with enough force to shake the chamber. Revan meets him barehanded, his calm presence radiating through the storm. No weapon, no panic. He bends the force to his will, each gesture redirecting strikes, halting the Sith's momentum with the invisible walls. Where Sidious is fire, Revan is stone.
Correction. Jedi Master's presence. Query. Should I limit fire to the wrinkled Sith meatbag only?
Palpatine snarls, twisting to deflect bolts, red blade reflecting plasma across the room. The ricochets explode against pillars, scattering fragments of marble and stone.
Your lies end here, Chancellor.
Sidious meets him with a roar, sparks screaming as their blades lock. Yoda joins, spinning low and fast, green energy darting beneath Palpatine's guard. Ki-Adi-Mundi flanks, his strikes precise, aiming for joints and gaps.
All of you will fall, Jedi pretenders, ghosts. You are nothing before the dark side.
Revan moves like a shadow behind him, one hand raised. The Force constricts around Palpatine's saber arm, wrenching it aside. The crimson blade flares wide, opening him up to Yoda's strike. Sparks fly as Palpatine barely twists away, his robes searing.
Your strength is fury, but fury is blind. You will not leave this chamber alive.
HK-47 fires again, a volley that forces Sidious to backstep. The direction is enough. Mace presses his advantage, hammering with Shatterpoint precision. Each strike drives the Sith Lord closer to the broken windows, his movements growing ragged, desperate. Palpatine unleashes lightning in a blinding storm. The chamber glows white as arcs crash against the Jedi blades. Yoda lifts his hand, absorbing the current, his small frame trembling but unyielding. Revan steps through the storm untouched, his aura bending the lightning away like water on glass.
Power without discipline is nothing. You hide behind it, because without it, you are nothing.
Palpatine howls and lunges, but the Jedi are many. Yoda parries low. Ki-Adi cleaves high. Mace drives the final blow, his saber piercing through the Chancellor's defense and deep into his chest. The scream cuts short, echoing against the chamber walls, his crimson light gutters out. Palpatine collapses. The Dark Lord of the Sith is no more. Silence. Only the hum of sabers and the faint crackle of ruined stone. The Jedi stand over the corpse, their faces carved in shadow and firelight. Yoda's ears droop, his voice grave.
Ended. The shadow has. Yet begun. Something else has.
Without you, this fight may have gone differently. But you are no Jedi. Your power, it unsettles even now. I fought because it was necessary. Your republic cannot stand if rot festers at its heart. Believe what you will. I have chosen my side.
He stood against the Sith, but the shadow in him lingers. I can feel it. Shrouded, his path remains. Aid us, he has. Trust him. We must not. Yet.
Judge me as you will. History will not wait for your verdict.
He steps back, the glow of Coruscant towers spilling through the shattered windows. To the Jedi, he appears almost redeemed, an ally forged in fire. Yet beneath the calm, deep within, Revan's eyes burn with secrets. Because while the galaxy sees him as a savior, only he knows the truth. Anakin, Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan, along with Padme, are on Naboo, trying to save it. On Coruscant, the Sith Lord is dead. But in his absence, a far older darkness has reclaimed the board. The new threat is not Sidious, it is Revan. That's our theory. The Star Wars universe is a galaxy filled with exciting stories and possibilities, and we love exploring them. If you'd like to join us on this journey to a galaxy far, far away, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.